I just finished filming the what the insides of this look like with all the buttons lit up and the wiring and where I did it and everything, but I forgot to mention what I actually used for like the LEDs and the wires and stuff. These are the LEDs I used. I just used the white ones, 20 milliamps, I guess. It's these smaller ones here. I think they're 3 millimeters or something like that. Just got them off of Amazon. It's like, I don't remember, maybe 10 bucks or something. And then I was using this 30 gauge wire. It's really good. It's really thin. Works just fine for what I'm doing. It's very malleable. You can bend it and move it however you need. And then I just got these wire strippers from Amazon as well with the 30 gauge, whatever you call it, 30 gauge compatible, I guess, I don't know. And then some flush cutters there. So yeah, I just wanted to go over that real quick and the materials that I used to get it all together. So, all right, thanks. All right, I said I would make a video on how I was lighting up the buttons on my Game Boy Color here. This is just showing the wiring at this point. You can see, let me use a pointer here. Basically, I just cut out a little section underneath the button there on the housing for the button. Did it on both of these, and then over on the D-pad, I did the same thing. It was just a little cut out in the circle. I used some flush cutters to cut out the plastic there. On the start and select button, I just completely removed the middle section there, and then the bottom part of it, I just cut it all out with some flush cutters, and then taped in the LEDs in there, which, since this is the first round of this, I just used some electrical tape, and at some point I'll probably use hot glue so it's a little bit more permanent and might clean it up a little bit better. And then I just taped down the wires so I could feed them through, so I could lead them over here, and same down here. I just fed it up over there and then through here, so you can see that. And then just a second, I'll show you where I wired it to on the other side. Alright, so I basically just took the PCB and flipped it over and put it back onto the front of the Game Boy there, and then screwed it down with the screw there. Oops, forgot the buttons, but I'll do that in a second. Put that back, but I just wanted to show the wiring here. So I took all the positive wires. I used red for that, obviously, and I put a 3K ohm resistor on each one. So I have 4 lights down there, so I have 4 resistors, and I wired them all into this post here, which is the one that you would use if you were using a front light mod on the Game Boy Color. And then the negative end I put down here. I was basically just using those same posts, and it seems to work. It's providing enough light to all 4 lights. And let me put this all back together, and I'll show you what it looks like on the other side. Also, I remembered while I was putting the rubber pads back on, I remembered I did also put down electrical tape in a few areas where I noticed light was able to bleed through on the other side of the shell. So that just blocks it off and doesn't glow as much. So it's basically, the light is meant to only come out of the buttons itself. So just thought I'd mention that. Alright, so now you can see I have all my buttons lit up, A, B, D-pad, and the start and select. They're all lit up. You can still see a little bit bleeding through there on the lights, so I may tape that up at some point, but it's not that big of a deal to me. It's easier to see on the camera, actually, than it is in real life. It just looks like it's glowing in real life. So yeah, you can see it's all working. Got my IPS mod in there. All the buttons are still working. A, B's working. Select. Touch, you can't use it, but yeah, look, it's all working, all lit up. So yeah, if you have any questions, just leave a comment, let me know. I'll see if I can help you out. But yeah, hope that helped.